think the Lifestealer pick was very, very smart because it does have it has like very few counters on the Infamous lineup side. It's going to be very difficult to set up kills against him unless they do like, I don't know, hook shot into Astral Pull or something. A Black Hole is very good, obviously, for it, but I like the Lifestealer a lot. So like while their lineup has potential, like Sunstrike setups are all right, not incredible. I don't know, like they've got a lot of good heroes on paper, but I don't really see them fitting together amazingly, and I don't think they really counter the Quincy crew lineup. So that's what I think is lacking from their draft.
Fair enough. I think it's also going to be a difficult game for Pepita. It's hard enough to play, the Enigma when there is a Doom. It's even harder when there's the potential of the double Doom as well. So I think this is going to be a tough game for him. I think
30
I'd
seconds.
be very surprised if he gets a full duration Black Hole off at any point during this game, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy, that's for sure. Yeah, the Grimstroke Doom combo is also very good, obviously. Oh, was that denied? It was hard to tell. I think that was a goal.
No, that wasn't. It would make a different sound if it was a goal.
It kind of bounced in after he blocked it, though.
I don't know, but Lelis is a spicy boy now because he did get peppered. Lelis put a little pressure on Lelis. You can see the IO trying to bloop himself away, but it's very tanky. It'll be pretty difficult. It'll just force him off of the rune, though. I'm surprised that MSS didn't take more damage.
Yeah, me
too.
Very fast. It's actually that's not true. He looks quite fast, and I think they upped the movement speed of IO. Is he 320? He's got 320 movement speed. That's quick. All right, so they buffed it.
That's true. It's been running on the treadmill in the spare time.
Orbin on the treadmill. Does he just like keep tethering to like one part of the treadmill to move fast?
I don't think he can tether to non-living creatures, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm sure Slacks will make a lore video at some point about it, right?
Probably. Will they get the missile? That's the last hit.
That is indeed, but Lelis is taking a lot of damage here. MSS trying his best to keep him healthy. Is taking a lot of damage here. Has a Fairy Fire. We'll just go and join up again with Lelis.
Was not able to Fairy Fire heal the Doom, but that's okay. The salve will keep him nice and recharged here. Yeah. And the Hedros as well. Lots of regen going for these guys. Other lanes so far.
I like it though. I like the, typically you don't see the IO paired up, with the Doom. You see it with like a gyrocopter or whatnot. But Doom kind of struggles, right, early on when levels. And so having the IO in the lane, even though IO can't necessarily apply any sort of pressure, giving him that sustainability, I think, is a huge benefit.
Yeah, and he already gets a little bit of himself from Devour, but movement speed wise, it can be really amazing as well towards accelerating things. Like you can just run people down a lot easier. You feel more comfortable diving for longer, that kind of thing. IO provides that pretty successfly.
This is already a very strong lane. It's probably going to just become stronger as the match goes on.
He did do a Scorch Earth on the top lane, but just a little bit of damage probably. When you have this many creeps
really
under the tower, yeah, they're gonna look for some kind of a dive almost always when there's a big wave under tower like this.
Looks like I'll be able to go heal up again. I don't like 5 o'clock. I don't like this. I think Lila should be fine here. Again, you've got MSS off to the side. He's gonna be able to provide some healing. He's gonna try to take a brunt of the damage too. So nicely played by MSS. IO's fine.
I was very close. Salve came a little bit late, but it's gonna heal, or not the salve, sorry, the tether with overcharge. I thought he would go a little earlier there, but either way, the salve ends up healing both of them. There's another Scorch Earth trade going on. It's only level 1 Scorched Earth. Doesn't have Infernal Blade yet either, so not the most powerful trade. That's one of the weaknesses of IO though, is that like while you get movement speed, you're not contributing much in terms of damage. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Felt that one coming on. Tried to finish my sentence in time. I made it.
You did it. You did it. Bottom lane though, seems pretty calm. Doesn't seem like Yawar feels too pressured by this. 13-2 on the Lifestealer.
It's not so much about pressure though. It's about like the creeps getting stolen. Because if you look at his last hits, he's actually about equal to what the Enigma has. And so it may not be pressured, but it's going to mean that his timing window is not going to be as strong as normal.
Quinn taking some harass here in the middle lane, as to be expected when he's paired up against a ranged hero. Sure, we'll see him become quite active as he gets a couple levels, maybe gets some items under his belt. But I mean, this top lane, it just feels very strong. They've tried to make plays on Lala several times now, even MSS, and they just haven't been able to do it. Although, holding that in mind is going to be... Oh, nope, it's not. That is going to be our first blood, and he'll be able to snag himself a double damage to boot.
He knows where the word is probably, but...
I'm sure he's just going to get run down here. Do they go for the dive? No, they'll respect it because MSS is sitting too low. Got the fairy fire. He's trying to just get a little bit further. He's not going to be able to do it. And the courier. Aw. Darn.
Rough one. Man, they were pretty close to getting the kill there on the clock, but too hard. Oh, God. I just realized this reminds me of Ag's Lab. Ugh. That's the scary room.
That is, and then you always have that one person who doesn't like properly go and pull this. Is this a second dead Quinn? Are you serious? Faker, the uphill miss chance though, the bottle.
He's alive now.
Oh no, he's misplayed it. Yo, it's SVG coming in from the side.
I feel so bad for Faker. That kill was his. The kill was 100% his, but he missed the attack. They gave him more time to bottle. He even had a salve ready, and they just stood there in the tower like, but no, that was my kill. I missed, and then it was just too much. Dies.
So suiciding over here. Just gonna go back to lane with full mana, full health.
Painful.
All right, we'll turn back around and see if they can make some plays on Quinn. Got the Aether Remnant. He has absolutely no mana left. In comes SVG though. They want to try to turn this around. Faker, he's so mad that he missed that kill earlier. Look at him. Again, Quinn gets away.
Oof. Feel bad. Still feel bad. That one's gonna hurt for a long time.
What can
Got
he
bounty
do?
runes, or sorry, regular runes coming up here. SVG gonna avoid this, so no big deal there. See who gets lucky. It is Quinn.
Top.
Quinn picks up an invis. All right. It's got level 6 now, so it's not going to take nearly as much damage from the invoker. It's a little scary here for Doom. Taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, but in comes the ambulance. He's fine.
Yeah,
he's fine. He's fast too. He's a speedy boy.
Yes.
Nice cog coming out from Excel. Just not quite enough damage, but you are fine to kill on Pepita in the bottom lane while we're watching this top. Are they gonna keep going? Are they gonna try to go after Michael? He's trying to get that perfect stroke of fate off here. Does manage to land it and hit a couple creeps. You are still hanging around. They might dive on this. Yeah, Michael deciding he doesn't want to stick around and find out.
Might just build for you are this game. Just aim into outfarm Gyrocopter. It's pretty safe to do. Doesn't really need to go anything weird like Armlet or Deso. He can just play more standard, be more flexible with this itemization. Although heavy physical will be good. Is that where's he TPing top?
TPing top, he's going up. He wants to see if he can just push them off of Pakas. It looks like they should be able to get the kill this time around. MSS left all alone, but they won't be able to quite grab that IO, so we'll just watch the Doom die.
Yeah, it was a little too much damage there. Good rotation. It was, and now Clockwork gets mid. A little bit of mid experience. Where is Tiny in the meantime? Looks like he went back to heal during this too, so they don't even get anything out of it in the meantime. But game's still close.
Oh, nice tornado. I'm guessing he wanted to get the toss back. They'll push him forward. There's no mana left. BG trying to save him. MSS is also here, though. They might be able to turn this back around, but he's taking a lot of damage. They try to drag him back in. They're not going to be able to do it. MSS chasing after them, along with SVG with that ink swell. Bell looks like he's not going to be able to make it out alive. Oh, he's a liver. Look at this little robot go. He runs out. It's a beautiful cogs as SVG now forced back. He doesn't want to get taken down here, but he doesn't have any choice in the matter. And a haste rune picked up for KXY.
Ooh, that's painful. This is rough for Quinn. Like, getting the EMP on him is like limiting all of his damage potential in the fight. With no threat of Avatos, like Tiny does not feel like that great of a hero. While he's still farming pretty good, he's got to be feeling bad with all these movements because all this pressure is going into him, and he gets some creep wave there, but he's struggling.
Get a little bottle trade off here. It's tough. I almost wonder because I know Michael played one hell of a tiny, right, the other day. So they picked up the tiny, but I feel like they might have accidentally kind of put themselves in a little corner here because it's, you know, it's a good hero, especially when Michael's playing it. He showed the promise of the 4 tiny, but then they ended up picking some different heroes. Like they had to pick up the IO because they picked up the gyro. They didn't want to allow them to have that. It's a dead Michael though. That's a pretty nice pickup. Are they gonna go back in on this? No, they'll back off. They'll back off.
It's nicely done by Lifestealer to rage there. Good job on your war. If he gets tornadoed, that's a black hole and he might die. So makes a good play. Creates some space for Quinn to finally get a kill. Still going pretty good for Quincy crew, but game's still even. I do like the carry potential. It just feels like there's a lot more. It's like easier to execute all the fights for Quincy crew. Is the nice thing that they have going for him.
Ease of execution is a very big deal. They have vision over onto Faker. They had Doom there. They could have gone for that. Well, they'll go for a kill in the bottom lane. That's a dead Pepita.
All these things to kill.
Yeah. Look at those little necro units. They're just like, nope. Ooh. That rocket flare.
Scary.
That was a little scary for MSS. It's all right. He's got some charges. He's got the raindrops.
He might die
And
still.
the hunt is on. They want this kill. They go out for the Doom, the toss up into the air, and that's a dead Faker. SPG and Michael. Oh, they get the invis. They snap it up. You have the vision down there, but I don't think Michael wants to go in on that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All right, Enigma back to normal laning stuff. Doom gets a big kill on the Invoker. They keep Invoker shut down, and Enigma isn't that big of a threat.
Oh, this
Good
is
start.
a big gank over here in the mid lane. Good to simulate though, coming out from Michael, going backwards. They still have the toss though, so it's not really gonna matter because Lelis is just so heckin' fast. And MSS here, you know, tied up with them. They'll slow him down with that tether. Just a couple more hits, the tree lands, and Quinn gets the kill.
All right, Quinn is pretty recovered now. He's a head net worth of everybody except for Gyro. And again, they're going to have decent Gyro solutions between a farmed Tiny and a farmed Lifestealer. So game's looking good for Quincy crew. Might is coming out too, so it's just going to accelerate even more.
They definitely feel like they know exactly what they need to be doing and the timing of all of this. It seems very, very good. It's also fun to see, you know, I forgot about this because it's so long ago. But the Tiny and the IO combo, right? That used to be a big thing. People used to play it mid. It was so much fun. I used to play so much IO back then with a good Tiny player. And it's kind of fallen out of favor because of the fact that, you know, Tiny has not been, you know, a hero that you commonly see in the mid lane, mostly being placed in that position 4 and even the 3. But it's fun to see the two of them work together.
Yeah, and they have so many gank options basically. And he really wants to kill these Eidolons.
He's already used the rage. He's got to be so careful. Yeah, this is not looking good for him. The hook shot comes in from Excel. It's a chain stun and a dead you are. So that's 5 heroes rotated to the bottom portion of the map. I'd assume that we'd see a trade in the top of Quincy crew also taking the tower. But it's a great gank coming out from Infamous.
It's just another case of Yor pressing one of his hockeys at the wrong time.
Oh,
I guess.
how are you going to bring that up to him? Oh.
I mean, I don't... Oh, I know why he raged. He probably killed the Necro unit. That's probably what it was. There's probably a Necro unit there that he killed because he didn't want to take the damage. And that was why he didn't have it. So that one was less of a mistake. But good timing for Infamous to punish him for it.
And Purge, you are just ruthless today. Bringing up the fact that, you know, you are hit the wrong buttons and...
Cost them the game. Yeah. That one was rough.
It did actually cost them a game, unfortunately. All right, so we have the Ags queued up on the Void Spirit. Still has a ways to go. Black Hole has been online on this Enigma. They haven't found any Black Hole moments, though, and I feel like that's one of those spells that you kind of want to use, but it's pretty iffy to use it. Oh, boy. All right, that is going to be a dead Faker with the silence. Michael stepping forward, wants to just try to clean up here on the Eye, but the Eye doesn't care. Io's trying to just body block. They get to him fast enough. They'll try to slow him down. Don't quite land it, but they do have the avalanche here. Toss up. He's taunted. It doesn't matter. MSS trying to keep him alive. He's taking some tower damage, though. He's got to be careful. That fortification. Pepita looking for the black hole. He's just not going to be able to go and grab them, though. The pop Tiny back at home or wherever it is that they can go, because I can't do right now. So that SPG is also getting run at. But this IO probably is dead. There is no one to tether to. Yeah, MSS just accepts the fate.
Only support at least for Quincy, so it could have gone a little bit worse there. Almost Blink Dagger on Quinn as well, so that'll make the next couple fights easier. And it felt like a lot of rotations from Infamous as well, so lots of pressure. They get their kills, but you are still off farming. Doom is still farming really quick, and those heroes are just going to accelerate a little bit more as this continues. Not that Gyro's not bad, but it's just not going to farm quite as quick.
My issue becomes if you look at the net worth discrepancy, right? You've got 6.6k. Gyro's top right now. You know, this is what a Gyro does. They fight, they go and they farm. He's doing a great job. But you look at the top 3 over on the side of Quincy crew, and these guys are going to be able to do so much more together. And then the next highest is, of course, the Enigma, and then Faker, he's a bit behind this time around. So I feel like the Gyro's doing well, but he's not going to be able to just do everything himself when the rest of his team is being blown up, doomed, whatever. Hookshot comes in, though. So, looks like they're trying to go and get a grab.
I think he hit.
Not sure.
I think he hit Faker.
Not sure, but this is a dead SVG at the very least, so they'll be happy with this. Tries to juke around. Tornado should clean him up.
Nicely done. But I think he must have hookshot the Invoker who ran in front of him or something. That must have been it. They still got the kill though. But again, another low net worth hero dying is not going to bother them that much on the Infamous side.
Well, they were going for bigger fish down there. They were looking for a bigger hero, and they just had to be happy with SV. Yes.
Yep.
My brain, because they had so many stand-ins.
Yes. Yeah, I was also confused when I saw SVG. I was like, is he on this team? What is this?
Yeah, Pexy's been standing in a lot. Pepita, though, the dump board, they just need to chain stun him. They can't allow him to get the black hole off. And they'll be able to just take him down, take down all of his Eidolons. And Excel and Michael can do nothing but watch. Again, I don't love this Clockwork pick here as the 5, but
he's been doing a good job, though, I think. Yeah, he's been moving around to the right places generally, except for that place. That place was not good. Don't move there,
prove you
guys.
wrong, Purge. No.
Yeah, he went to go D-ward. I guess he thought they were gone at that point or something, so.
Oh, Michael? They spot him. Pulling in the tiny.
Can blink here.
Only a couple places that he can. Oh, the double damage pickup on Quinn. He's got to be really happy about that.
Yeah,
they're still hunting him. They're trying to pincer him here. MSS, all right. The jump board, hoping maybe he can put a little bit of damage here, but he's going to end up paying for this as they just toss the IO up into the air. There's the call down, though. MSS taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to go tether over to the side with the Doom. They get the Spirit Vessel off over on MSS, but but the Sunstrike comes out. Not enough damage. UR pops out, and they'll go searching back again.
I really like what UR did there. Jumping into the IO gave him some HP, so it helped them stay alive. It was really effective. Very cool. Enigma still struggling to get a big item. Still just Necro 1 and Arcanes. I think it was kind of overkill. I don't know why he went Arcanes as well. If he's just going to go back into Blink Dagger, that feels like a waste of money to me. You could have gotten Blink faster or even bought a cheaper mana source than that. So, I don't know. Kind of weird.
Feels like he's undecided what his role is, in a sense, too.
Yeah, that could be it. It's really hard for Invoker to catch up now, too, with his net worth being so mid-tier. And by going Quaswex, you just can't farm as fast, so all those like mid-game ganks on him really cost a lot.
Running around in circles. There's the double damage that Quinn picked up earlier. And that's going to be a dead Clockwork.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Another good kill.
Is under attack.
He's just standing underneath the ward the entire time, which was problematic. But they do get the Blink Dagger now. It's been finished. So Enigma will be able to hopefully position himself well in these fights. I'm just worried that he melts.
He does die pretty quick, yeah.
Tanky, yeah. Not to mention all the other things that they have going on Quincy crew. You know, it's, generally speaking, it seems like Quinn is the one who initiates. Again, there we go. There's another initiation. Michael, though, fine.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The army chases Quinn away, but
Vampire Fangs for Gyro is pretty good. A little bit of lifesteal on his spells. A little bit of lifesteal for attacks too. Clockwork's still trying to be the guy in between the bad guys and his allies, but they're still farming fast, but they're getting... I just feel like they're losing ground with the heroes that are farmed and the way that they're going to be farming.
I'll agree with that statement. I feel like it's just...
Dire's top tower
the heroes
is under
that have
attack.
farm over on the side of the crew just move so much faster. Whereas the heroes over on the side of Infamous, they're good, but they aren't accelerating to the same rate. And so when they get into these fights, they just feel unprepared. They don't have, the items that they need. They don't feel tanky enough, whatever it is. It's tough. But again, they do have an Enigma, and an Enigma can turn everything around with just one black hole, provided that he gets it just right. And immediately, Excel breaks the smoke. Gonna get the silence thrown out upon him. A lot of heroes in this area. Looks like Pakas wants to fight this though. Io coming in. Gonna be the soulbind off to the side. Lelis just holding them in place here with that soulbind. He's got the BKB. Should be able to get the kill to double doom, which is also just absolutely beautiful. Quinn jumping in, the toss up in the air. They want to take down Pakas, but he's a little too tanky. They haven't quite found it open. Pepita, this is gonna be his black hole. If he can get it off, is it gonna work? He goes in, he gets the black hole, and it's only one hero, but it looks so good. It doesn't matter though. They pull him out. Well played by MSS. He keeps Yoar alive. What a perfectly timed just teleport out. Nice relocate.
Yeah. That Deso was really needed for that fight. It's not over though.
It's definitely not over. Again, in comes the Wambulance. Doesn't matter though. Lelis taking too much damage from the meatball. SVG is just getting slammed by all of these units. Quinn, though, jumping forward, gets the toss up over here. Wants to try to take down Faker. Doesn't quite have enough damage though. Call down's back up again. Coming out from Pakas, and they'll be able to maybe slow him down. No, you are. He's got the rage. Gonna be able to run away. The hook shot came in from Excel. Gonna hitch a ride in MSS. Try to get out. Quinn's still left over here on the side. They could opt to go back in again. That's just gonna be able to blow up Quinn over with that Sunstrike. SPD stayed alive for so long, and now all of a sudden, Yuar and MSS, they're going back in again. They want to get Pakas, but they can't quite. They do. They have the damage. Yuar, he's just fighting all of them. They'll lock him down. They're trying to get more people in. He's trying to heal up. He can't do it fast enough. Excel, though, is he going to die to tower? No, they turn the attention over to the unit. Lelis, he TPs in. He doesn't have detection. That could have been so different if they had just a little bit more items. Excel's just going to suicide. Okay, cool.
And that crucial item there for the Lifestealer was in his backpack. It got delivered after the first engagement. It was. He hit a fairy fire in there. He didn't notice. About like 3 seconds after the fight was over, I saw him drag it in shame, I'm sure. And if he has that, the gyro dies a little bit faster. Then he starts hitting the next target. Who knows? Maybe he gets a second kill there. It certainly would have been nice in the first fight. It wasn't there yet. They were still flying on the courier. It's still stupidly fast to have like Midas and an Armlet and a Deso, but the fact that it came just a little bit too late there was costly. EMP has been a big deal as well. Like EMP draining the Doom or the Tiny or the Lifesteal is a massive advantage.
That feels so bad that he had that Deso in his backpack.
Yeah, it does. See how much more damage he does now?
Yeah, it's insane. And like, he does have his own, little bit of life still built in too. He might have been able to just man fight. I don't know, because Lelis was TPing in. He was ready. He wanted to fight, but he just expired a little too early. We'll be able to go into the Roche pit though now. Know that they don't have to worry about the black hole. And you can see like these heroes getting into position, making sure they block any sort of hook shots. Quinn, being hyper vigilant on this, knows that Excel will be trying to find this opening, but it's taking a little bit too long. So they'll back out of the pit. Michael has a double damage. That's a little scary. So you know that he's going to be making a beeline in for MSS. Rage immediately coming out from Yuar. They'll back off. It's very low. So there's the smoke. I imagine they're going to be going right back in again for this play. They know they're in the area. They know that. Oh, look at this. Yuar sidestepping over. He doesn't want to show himself to Michael. The Infest bomb over on Quinn. They're going to just blow him up. Look at it. Look at him, Michael. He doesn't know. They've got... Oh, no, he goes the wrong way. Quinn! Spidey sense tingling over here on Michael. He's trying to run out. And he is going to lead them on a merry chase. I don't think this is worth it. I think you just let him go.
They want to kill him.
They definitely do, but can they grab him? This is a very speedy, nice dodge. Still have the Lifestealer in the car. There's a toss-up, though, with the Infest explosion. They're going to take Yuar right back again. Nice. Very effective. I like it.
Okay. Almost catastrophic, but it works out. They get the kill.
That did feel a little like a candy kill, though. Not necessary. But I guess that's one less hero to worry about having to
yes, well, they do
come in and snatch. But they have a Blink Dagger on Enigma. They have Black Hole. They immediately pop. Okay, they might be able to turn this around on Quinn. Hold him into place. Nice double soulbind here over on the side. Lelis gets the double doom off. It's looking pretty nice here. Faker trying to run away. Lelis with that BKB. The open one comes out. The Centaur stop. They're going to be able to take down this Invoker. Buybacks are coming out, though. They know that they're sitting a bit low. They don't want to allow them to get this Roche. And again, they still have the Enigma Black Hole.
And no dooms. Everybody a little bit low on the Quincy crew side, so with Gyro moving in, especially if this is his Satanic coming, he can maybe fight to the death here and make something good happen. But if they don't get Roche, it's going to be pretty cost ineffective for Infamous. Roche has still got a pretty good amount of HP, and Infamous doesn't take Roche very rapidly themselves, using the stroke there to scout. But all right, with Satanic, I guess they can.
I think the play is
just
you
gonna
smoke
tank it.
around
They
and
know.
take out Pepita. They want to go in. Hook shot coming out, though. Yeah, that's fine. That gives them a little bit more time, but Yuari's trying to run over. They're sitting very low. Good Aether Remnant getting dropped. They'll go grab up that Aegis of the Immortal. They'll slow down Faker a little bit. Lelis is so speedy, though. Look at him. He's just zooming away from these guys. Michael trying to get him within his grasp. Not going to be able to do it. Has to blink up in a second. Will get stunned for a moment, so they'll take down the tier 1 mid. Overall, a great setup here for Infamous. You know, they lost Excel, but he was doing exactly what he needed to do, just buying his team a little bit more time. Yeah,
great discipline as well by Quincy crew to run at that point. As soon as Roche was finished, it wasn't time for them to fight anymore. It would have been too scary to go and force that engagement. So just being able to get out and only losing almost nobody was good.
Toss right back up. Does have the ice wall. They've got the vision, but they can't quite move fast enough. Not with that ice wall. Although, speaking of, there's a very fast person running at Faker. Look at the damage. Sweet baby Jesus.
That attack speed is insane with the IO overcharge. I'm surprised they got that kill, but what a great pickup to hit the backlines like that with the dust. Small mistake on SVG earlier. Quinn did the right thing, throwing the Invoker over to the Grimstroke, but he wasn't able to cast the silence on him in time, and therefore Invoker is able to defend himself. The only reason he got alive in the first place, but they still get the kill. There's an Aegis on the Gyrocopter, of course, and Gyrocopter is farming fast, but they've got decent solutions against him. Is he gonna go? He's gonna go Daedalus. Okay, just want overwhelming raw damage to be able to deal with the Life Stealer, which is one way to kill him. He uses BKB. I don't care. I'll just kill him with Daedalus. They spotted that TP.
Yeah, look at this. Los is so fast, though. Look how fast this guy is. Got a blink dagger. There's no one here though anymore. Like you said, they've all run away.
It's also the IO, or sorry, the infest also increases your movement speed by a lot. So
speedy boy, big speedy tanky boy. Just the fellas. All right. What's the play here? Got the Basher online now for the Lifestealer. Quinn's been very, very active this game. They have the BKB, I believe they picked that up for the Enigma. We click on the Enigma for a second, please? Thank you, yes. So that's picked up now. Only thing he needs to watch out for is the Doom, but Lelis has been on point with these Dooms. You know, the pairing up with the Grimstroke too, being able to get the doubles off. So good. Smoke gets broken though, the blink away. Quinn says, everybody get out of this triangle. They're trying to gank us, and you can see them Delta split. They don't want it.
Yeah, they don't want to fight yet. At least until Aegis goes away. It's a lot safer then. Once they get Abyssal Blade on Lifestealer as well, they'll actually be pretty effective because that's going to give them that second BKB break capability.
They just have so many options on who they want to do the initiations here, which I think is just so scary for the side of Infamous. You know, they're doing all right. This has been a very back and forth game. This Gyrocopter's still sitting at the top of the net worth. But, oh yes, go back. Get your coat. Don't leave it. You know, if Quinn's the one who jumps in and they use everything on him, then they still have to watch out for the Doom. There's so much damage coming out from Lifestealer. They do manage to find Quinn over on the side, though, so the rest of the team making their way over, and they'll be able to just blow him up. Takes a little effort, but it's a good pick off. And there's no buyback.
It was
on
scary
him, so.
How accurately their pings were. They knew exactly which spot he had jumped to. They get the tier 1 tower. He can just rage TP, no big deal. Or just rage and hit creeps.
He doesn't seem too bothered. Oh, the hook shot missing on Lelis, though.
Okay.
Arcane Rune.
They got to run for the hills now that Quinn's dead. Infamous tried to force the fight on him, knowing that no Tiny means this is a good fight. But they didn't quite get caught enough. If that hook shot lands, though, forces Doom in a bad spot.
have been a different story for sure. Although they get the silence off over on the clockwork. And the Inkswell connecting over onto Michael. MSS, again, they need to protect this Io. He's in the back lines. He's going to try to move away. Does manage to sidestep the Aether Remnant, pulling him back in. The Dissimulate coming out, but there's a Yules here. Will buy Io just a little bit more time. He tries to tether out and he can't do it. He's just a little bit too close. Excel, though, getting taken down on the backside. Haka's putting out this nice raw damage like we talked about. The call down. Lelith just going to BKB walk away. There is no Io right now. It feels like they're not willing to take this fight.
Yeah. Started off pretty rough. They don't want to stick around for this. It's a little too scary. Orbit Destruction on Gyrocopter is so good this game. Just increases his damage by a lot. And applies a little bit of slow to make it easier for him to chase. Maybe he'd want Mindbreaker more. Probably not, though. So Quincy crew just needs to get all of their heroes alive, then find a good initiation. They haven't had that for like 2 or 3 minutes now. The Aegis smoke, the Tiny dying, now Io being dead. They've just been on the back foot here. Have to be patient.
That's pretty good, though. The Aegis just gets reclaimed. They might be able to find some sort of a pick-off without having to worry about the Gyrocopter popping back up again with that immortality. But Daedalus is completed. So he's going to be pumping out a lot more damage. Hunt's on. Here in Infest. Ooh, they might get baited into this. No, they blink into the back lines. There's the BKB coming out from Lelis. He gets the double doom off again. It's beautiful, plus the double silence. This is not looking good for the Gyrocopter. He just lost the Aegis, but there we go. There's Pepita. He has the black hole. He's dragging both of them back. They can't seem to take down this Gyro in time. He's doing so much damage. But now being tossed here by that tornado. And they're still chasing after SVG. Oh my God, that was a great black hole from Pepita. They were so close to killing the Gyrocopter, and then he's able to get the Satanic off.
No, he couldn't. He can't Satanic because he's doomed, but he did lifesteal naturally, so it was just enough based on how much damage he had. It ended up being enough, so.
I wasn't sure if it wore off after that point.
Okay, no, it's still going. It was still a really good fight for Infamous, though. Quincy crew is basically forced into this kind of weird engagement. They might, I don't know if that Observer Ward was down already, but they jumped looking for the backline. They did want to doom the Gyro, because dooming him and interrupting the Satanic is a big deal, but I'm not sure where Quinn was in the fight. Well, I guess he can't even interrupt the Enigma either, right? So Enigma just BKB Black Hole. There's no solution. So we'll see the start of the fight again.
That was his moment, too. Okay.
Looking for a grab. Couldn't find the doom.
Soulbind, but they already used the doom, so that just opened the door for Pepita there, and you can see the IO trying to save him, but he gets dragged right on in. Can't manage to get that mech off. It's a really nice fight here for Infamous.
Yep. Yeah, it was really good. With Black Hole being gone, maybe they can get a grab, perhaps, but things are looking a bit iffy here for Quincy crew. 6k advantage now. On the Infamous side, they're playing the team fights really good. Aghanim Scepter on Void is excellent as well. Get some silences, stop some big plays. And now he's aiming for Octarine on Enigma. He just wants to get his low cooldown so that he can Black Hole all the time. And now Gyro with almost BKB. Obviously, Doom is still a big deal. But it's very clear that even when doomed, he's still pretty effective. That's the nice thing about having Gyro against a Doom hero. So even if he can't cast his skills, he's still pretty effective damage-wise with the right items.
Smoke coming out from the side of Quincy crew. Bars with the double damage. Just gets thrown into the Aether Remnant. SVG backing him up quietly. Hoping that they're going to try to make a play, but they're not showing him the lanes, and it's a big wave that's being sent bottom. So they have to realize that something is going on. Tiny jumping forward, though. Managed to go find that kill. It's a dead Michael. I'd also like to point out that Michael is the position 4, and he's got the Ags. Like, he's been doing work this game.
Yes, it's really good. He's especially useful against like Io and Grimstroke if he can jump on backlines and disrupt that a little. He's obviously very killable, but Quinn's impact as a Tiny has not felt that incredibly strong. So instead of going BKB, he's actually pivoting. He's going to Halberd instead, which makes some more sense, right? Because if he has BKB and he gets doomed first, BKB's wasted. If he has Halberd, he's got status resistance to lower the Doom on top of what Satanic already gives him, and he can use it ahead of time if he's able to disarm the Lifestealer. It'd be really good too. And he gets extra lifesteal from, like, Halberd is actually so good on the gyrocopter here.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
The
And
good
evasion.
choice
Oh.
coming out from Pakas.
Yeah, it's perfect this game.
He's thinking about it. Goes in for the hook shot. Gonna run into multiple heroes. The silence being tossed back out at him, but Pakas and Pepita nearby. They have Black Hole back up again. Lilith just running away. And that'll be the end of that engagement. Oh, Lincoln's. That's big on Pepita. My goodness.
Yep.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
So best way that this fight could go for Quincy crew is they do a latch with Grimstroke and they double doom like Gyro and Enigma, or Invoker and Enigma. Enigma is definitely a big component of this game being scary, but so's the gyrocopter too. Him having Satanic is pretty worrying because Lifestealer does do a lot of damage, but Satanic really offsets his ability to normally kill people first. This could be huge.
This is gonna be a dead Baker. It was a good gank.
Big kill. Once again, utilizing Infest really well.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
We'll cause Infamous to back off a little bit for the time being. I think, like you said, okay, Quinn's just gonna go. Just walks right up to that high ground. Immediately gets hit in the face by Pakas. In the back line, though, Lelis is separated from the rest of the team. They get the Black Hole off. It's only gonna be over onto Quinn. Lelis now pops the BKB. He just wants to run away, but again, Gyro doing so much damage to go for the stomp. They get the kill over onto Lelis. Look at his courier as well. Buybacks are coming out from the side of Quincy crew. They're not happy about that. Roche is back up as well, but you know, there's no Black Hole, so they might be able to contest it if they decide to go in the pit.
Tiny had BKB there, right? He just didn't think it was that big of a deal. Yeah, he had BKB.
Not. I guess they wanted, maybe they wanted to force out the Enigma Black Hole first and then just buy back, knowing that the Roche is up. I don't know, but now he needs to probably use that BKB. Yeah, he'll use the BKB. He turns back around. Call down though on the back lines. They've separated the team. SPT managing to go and get the Soulbind off. The Doom buying back. Gets the double Doom. Be able to go on to Excel and Pakas, but it doesn't even matter. It's not even latching to the other person. It didn't connect. Lelis now running away. He needs help. He needs help fast, and he's not going to find it. The IO tried to save him. He's going to get taken down too. Buyback coming out from Yawar. He's trying to fight through this, but he doesn't have anyone else there. There's just too much damage coming out from Pakas. It's an ultra kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Holy crap. The Gyro is just owning in terms of damage. Yeah, it really is. The Lifestealer has just felt a little bit weak against the Gyro based on Gyro's net worth, and now it's incredibly advantageous to him. But like, the Enigma actually really pulled things together. Lifestealer looked like he was unpressurable, but when Gyro goes Ags and Daedalus, and then the Satanic, he's not vulnerable. He can do tons of physical damage.
Sell? Okay, it's just the IO.
Just trying to start some stuff. And the IO also hasn't felt very valuable.
I think they got... what's it called? When you get draft baited, right? They picked up this gyrocopter, they panicked, and they said, okay, well, we can't let him have IO. And then they pick up this Tiny because, you know, they know that Michael is a huge threat this year. I don't know if that's necessarily the reason, but that's what I'll assume. And they just kind of ended up not having what they wanted. But Quinn jumping in, BKB, they'll get the kill on Pakas. He's just obliterated the follow-up on Michael. Quincy crew, they're not out of this yet. This double silence find over here. Pepita had to had to BKB to get himself away. Does not have the Black Hole. MSS, they want to find him. Do they have the stun? They'll break the Leakins, the toss up into the air. All right, this is looking much better now for Quincy crew. Still a 15K net worth lead going to Infamous, but that fight definitely felt very good for them.
It was. Could have been far worse. I felt like the game looked over to me, but their ability to burst down the gyrocopter there was huge. Inkswell, Tiny combo with a lot of attack speed from IO. It was like the first time that IO, maybe not the first time, but one of the times that IO actually looked really, really effective. And also Tiny, it's like these two heroes actually kind of need each other in this game. Otherwise, Tiny's right-click damage isn't enough, and otherwise IO heals alone is not doing enough.
Tiny and IO, best friends forever. They tried to pull them apart. They couldn't do it. So that's going to open up the Roche here for them. Very exciting. Something that I think Quincy crew definitely needed, and they needed to make sure that it didn't go over to Infamous, I think is the bigger picture here. But Excel trying to get into position. It's going to get jumped on here by Quinn MSS, but it's a good cause. We'll push them back. The hook shot going out. I think just trying to get him away
They
from
run
the
bottom.
pit. They go
Bot lane,
bottom
bot lane,
for
bot
a
lane,
kill.
bot lane.
Where are they? Oh my
Oh, they
gosh,
got
the
a Doom off on
Doom.
Invoker.
Oh, they get it off on Invoker, and then they're just gonna go right back in there again, Purge. They're headed right back. Lelis also just TPing. You are still in the pit.
Great
He goes,
block.
he grabs it up. Michael, he tried so hard, but he wasn't able to. The mech coming out here will heal up Yawar over onto the side. Michael just getting chomped away here. They've got the IO holding together. There's a nice bash from Yawar, and it looks like they're gonna get the kill onto Excel.
Yo, what happened in the last 5 minutes? This game is flipped all the way to the other direction again. Great setup by Lelis to get the Doom on the Invoker, knowing that he had fought back, I believe, in the previous fight. And therefore, once the Doom comes off, the relocate comes off, that's a dead Invoker. Then they relocate back. Great block from SVG on the hookshot. The hookshot goes in, that could be different. Michael could pick up the Aegis, but instead, they got everything they wanted in this last 5 minutes. Huge fight against the enemy team. They've already burned their diebacks, basically. So they're in a less scary position, and now they get to cross the map with Aegis and take another fight. 50 seconds still until Infamous is ready to fight.
That's like a 5K net worth swing from that one fight alone. Absolutely insane. Beautifully done. Very well executed. You got to be a little bit nervous now if you're Infamous. Things were looking particular. Look at this.
He wants more kills.
Just a tiny, no big deal. There's nothing going on. Doesn't have a passenger. Nope, don't worry about it. Look at me. I don't even have my IO. Come on out and play, guys. But no.
Ooh, he's got the leveler.
That's scary.
It's a perfect item for Tiny. It's really lacking attack speed, and it amplifies his damage against buildings too, which is very good.
Ooh, that's so good. And then when you have the IO paired up with him with the overcharge,
Yeah.
it is gonna be donkey bonk.
The only
I don't use
downside
that
is
phrase
that
lightly.
the tree grab only lasts for so many hits, so they actually have a little bit too much attack speed. Interesting, double smoke. All right, they're looking for a fight. See if they can initiate correctly.
Okay, SVG.
looks
Oh, he gives him the slip. That's the hook shot down. MSS came over, wanted to protect him, but they'll still be able to collect the kill.
Okay. Leveler picked up on Dire's side as well. I don't know if the gyro is going to use that one. Ags gets picked up on Tiny now. Okay. So he's going to be able to do tree tosses at least, even when he doesn't have IO to pair. Just a couple. Doesn't want to get caught here.
They really do need SVG for this fight, though. You need to get that double Doom. It's actually so big. And also, you know, the stun from the Inkswell. You can get a good initiation. Yep. That's how you blow up this gyrocopter. Or literally anyone else, but...
Yep. It's a big help. Havoc Hammer actually pretty good here pre-BKB on gyro. I guess he's got it now, but he does end up picking the leveler on gyro. But Havoc Hammer on a Doom type hero is really good. Could be good on IO as well, maybe. Never know. Raw HP. But for Doom, he's going to jump in, do a bunch of AoE damage. Just destroy small creeps as well. That part's fun.
They saw him and their minds just exploded. That's what happened there, you know? They're like, oh my
Minotaur
god, it's Doom.
Horn.
Just...
That makes a lot more sense on gyro, I think. He's more... needs to block spells more than he needs to have attack speed increase.
You get a flicker too, which is a pretty nice item.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Alright. It's a game of cat and mouse at this point. I feel like Infamous just want to try to dodge. They don't want to have to deal with what Quincy crew is packing right now with that Aegis and all their damage.
Prince Knife on gyro is insane, actually. It could definitely stun or hex the like a Tiny as he initiates. Could be absolutely game-changing.
So many good... Okay, Enigma went back for a Midas?
What? No.
Did you see that, though? No, it popped up over on the side.
Did it?
It showed a Midas. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it bugged?
I don't believe you.
That was
There's
weird.
like no way that he would buy a Midas here.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said question mark in my voice. It makes no sense. No sense. All right, looks like we've got a little bit
They're
of a
gonna kill
relocate.
IO from this, actually.
Are they? Or is it a massive debate? Or are they just not going to kill IO?
He's not trying that hard to kill the creep. I mean, that's a big creep wave. I think they were really worried about a big fight happening in the meantime.
Middle tower
It's pretty rough for them. They're smoking. They're trying to make it look like Gyro's scared. They now know that there's a ward there, so fighting in that area is gonna be scary.
barracks are under attack.
Is anybody gonna? No one's gonna go deal with the safe lane.
Guess not. All right.
It's off
Radiant's
cooldown already?
barracks are
What?
under
Apparently.
35
Yeah.
seconds. It's been.
Oh,
bumped.
there's a talent, right? The relocate talent. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. Minus 25 seconds relocate. I play IO. But they find an opening during all of this, and again, it is MSS who's going to pay the price. The hazards of being an IO. Nice grab though over here on Lelis. Gonna go pop BKB and the Shivas and just run the heck out of there. They don't want to fight without their IO, and there's no reason to fight over in that area anyways.
Yeah, even though relocate seems like such a great opportunity, as soon as they see that on the map that the IO's going there, and as soon as they see the Tiny as well, they instantly sprint and look for Quincy crew kills. Only grabbing the IO, not terrible. Scotty pickup, very good on Gyro too. It's going to be able to allow him to slow the life stealer, prevent some of his healing. It's going to prevent healing from IO sources. It is a perfect item this game. He's going to lack a little bit of damage now. His last couple items have been Halberd, Scotty, BKB, so that could be an issue. But utility-wise, his hero is like the guy in the front. That's
Ooh.
going to do a lot of damage.
Hold that thought, Purge.
SVG going to die, maybe.
All right, they do have a jump in on the side, so SVG, like you said, gets murdered. Still have buyback. Man, they are down forever. Hook shot coming in from downtown. They push back over on Uar. Got that rage though. He needs to be careful though. The rest of the team is hot on his heels.
Yeah,
It looks like Pakas will just walk in here. They don't have the creep wave though, so they'll have to go through the back door. On his way though. Jump forward from Quinn. The Hex though, like you talked about, the BKB will come out. Need to be careful. The group them so tight as Papita goes in for the Black Hole. Grab 3 heroes.
No.
Look at the call down. Look at the damage immediately. The buyback comes out. They're furious about this. Even the IO trying to come back in, but now Lelis, he's gonna get stunned up by the hook shot and the jump into the back line. So they're trying to just take care of Michael. There's a lot of damage coming out from UR. He'll be able to find it, but he's taking too much damage now from Pakas. UR says, let me in, get me in. And he's gonna go jump over into this Doom. The stomp comes out. He'll turn around. He's healed up a little bit. Lela's not looking particularly healthy, but look at the heroes just buying back over on the side of Infamous, trying to get back into the fight. They realize this is it. This is a good time for the bash. Plus that. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Pakas, he's too tanky. He can just withstand all of this and continue to put out damage and life steal. More buybacks coming out. The BKB. Oh, the Hex's Princess Knife is doing so much work. Purge will jump back in. Triple kill now coming out from Pakas.
are under attack.
Leveler in, time to damage buildings. Everybody's dead. That's gonna be the end of the game.
That's the end. That's the end. That Princess Knife, and you know, we talked about it, that gyrocopter didn't have as much damage, but he was so